So, yesterday, I woke up and Davis had just come back from like a morning hike and had said, I have two pieces of good news and one bad news. So I was like, give me the bad news first. No, it started with hearing that they saw a porcupine and it was so cute. So I was, very happy about that. Also, we got some more berries and didn't have any encounters with the grizzly bear. And then came the bad news. We lost a pair of our car keys along the way. I wasn't happy about that. Here's more to the story.
Yeah, so what happened was I lost the car keys. And the problem is we do have an AirTag on them, but I lost them in a remote area, wilderness. Because there's no service, we can't track the AirTag. On top of that, it's literally on top of a mountain peak in grizzly bear country. So that was a challenge. I don't usually lose keys. Like I put the keys in my pocket. I have a deep pocket. And maybe I shouldn't have done that. I should have put it in my backpack. Actually, they never fall out. So wherever they did fall out, it was like deep brush, and it like pulled those keys out of there. I do have a backup key, but there's a key that we use to store things on the outside, and on that backup key, the key is totally broken in half.
So I wanted to immediately go and find these keys because I was like, this is stressful. I don't want to lose a pair of keys. It's not giving us the location. But Davis was like, this is gonna take like 5 to 6 hours because we would have to hike back, do the searching, etc. We just got through the day yesterday and I had compartmentalized that issue. And today is when we took that trek. We set out around 11 in the morning, and this hike is like majority uphill incline. And it was rough. It was rough. I hate an incline, but we were making our way to an alpine bowl. That was like really beautiful, right? So once we make it there, it is time for Davis to start the hunt.
So we got to the point where when I had first climbed up this little mountain to get a good view of the lake and this ice field, I got to the point where I got back to the trail and I knew I had lost the keys as I was coming down the mountain. So we got to that point where I had re-entered the trail. I had a few GPS coordinates from pictures I took on there as a reference, and then I had Jackie's phone to find my friends with the hope that when I got close to the keys, the Bluetooth would kick in and it would help me find it. So I'm off and I'm going through the brush, getting up the mountain, but it was a lot easier to get up the mountain than I remembered getting down, which was kind of a red flag because I needed to find like the difficult part where the keys were, but I kept going up. I found some areas that I recognized. I was like, oh yeah, I was here, I was there. Still couldn't find the keys, and I went up higher, and now I was kind of more in a tundra, so it was unlikely I lost my keys there because I would have heard it. In that point, I turned around and I was like, all right, now I'm going to try to really retrace my steps back.
As Davis is on the hunt, I'm just hanging out by a pond doing some embroidery. I can look over and see like on the mountain where they are, and it was making me a little bit nervous about how long it was taking. And I was just like, maybe this isn't a good sign. Like, we just have to accept the fact that we lost the keys.
I was really starting to doubt that I'd even find the keys because it was just endless. It was just endless brush, and I couldn't remember where it was. But I was trying my best to retrace my steps, and I'm going. And I'm thinking I went this way, went that way, and I get to this edge, and then the phone vibrates and it says, "You have reunited with your keys." And I was like, "Oh no way!" And then I look at it, but I'm still out of range of the where it can tell me where to go next, but I'm like closer. So I start walking one way, nothing, different way, nothing, and it starts saying far. And I'm like, okay, that's good, I can work with that. And then I keep going, and it's leading me into like just insane brush. And now I'm remembering where I was when I lost the keys. And it's going like 20 feet, 19 feet, and I get close within 5 feet. And it's just the most horrible area. Like I probably fell just trying to get back to where the keys were. And they're right below me, and I still couldn't find them. But then I eventually looked down.
At one point, I hear, I found them! I found the keys! Wow. Success. Tiny from the distance, and I'm like, yeah! Woo!
I saw the keys were there, and I ran back down. Good.
There they are.
Documenting it?
So then the hike back to the camper was all downhill. We were pretty tired after that. We checked my like fitness app afterwards, and it said it was about like 8.5 miles like all together. And it was about a 5 to 6 hour adventure. And we're so relieved that this is the result.